and say target creature you control fights creature you don't. Finish with that one. Wabango, you gotta sacrifice Sticks Things, which is your entire board. No, to... Yeah, I thought so, probably. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain J. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Why? Killer Elite here, guys. The absolute top tier Golgari. I've been playing around with a lot of stuff. You know, I've been trying this, I've been trying that, and I've been doing some jank, but at the end of the day, you just got to go with the Killer Elite. You got to go with the Elite Black. We are getting updated here for the finest standard right now. Just adding a couple of the best high ends. But right now, honestly, this is probably one of the most powerful decks out there, in my opinion. At least for me, when I need to win, this is what I win with. So let's get into it this one. I think you're going to like this one, guys. Before we get down to the shakedown breakdown here, I need you to do something for me. Do you know what I need you to do for me is tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, or else, if you don't, guys, you will be attacked by the like and subscribe. He will come out of there and just brutally maul you with his Phyrexian claw. So you got to go right down there and hit the like button and join the villains by subscribing. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness. We would love to have you live and in person on Twitch. That link is right down there in the description below. You can talk to me during live and see all the stuff going on. Yeah, that's great stuff. You can check out our Discord community for all the latest news and information. Hang out, post your decks, post memes, whatever you want. And of course, this deck and all the other decks that I build are available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want to get all the deck builds, everything updated, all that, it's going to be on the AetherHub. You just got to go right down there. So what are we talking about when we talk about the Killer Elite? Well, it's just good cards, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just really good cards. It's Value Town. Cut down. Okay, guys, obviously removal is going to be a big thing here. Cut down, we need to slow down red. We need to slow down red. We need to slow down some aggro here. 3 cut downs, 3 go for the throats. Again, it's going to be to taste. This is why I always say modify your deck the way you want it to be, what you prefer. If you want to put Infernal Grasp, sure. If you wanted to put something like Hero's Downfall, you could even put Soul Transfer in it. Yeah, that's an exile that will hit Planeswalkers as well. I haven't been running into too many Planeswalkers, so I've been all right. But for my best of 3 guys, if you want to modify the removal, I think that the main thing that you're going to want here is 6 direct removal. Now, if we're talking about removal as well, we also have Bushwhack. It's a form of removal. You won't really call it direct removal because you can't always make it work, but Bushwhack is definitely going to be on the board here. Why? Mana fixing. If we need to get that extra mana out, we need to make sure that we get our big cards, our big plays in a steady way. So we search our library for basic land, reveal it, put it in our hand. Or target creature we control fights creature we don't. That's another way of hitting removal. So technically, guys, we do have 10 possible removal cards in the deck, which is a lot, but man, is it necessary. We're also going to pull off that lovely Fight Club with Phyrexian Obliterator. You know it, you love it, or you hate it, I don't know. But it's going to pull triple duty, basically. It's extra removal, Fight Club combos, and making sure we get those sweet mana drops. One of the things we're going to upgrade here is, guess what? Grafted Butcher. Why? Because it is an amazing card. Not only does he look awesome, he's a Phyrexian Samurai, but 1/1 to all Phyrexians, and when they immediately hit the board, you get that Menace ability. Really good stuff. This is our earliest creature, and the thing about him, if he attracts damage early on, a lot of times they play the early removal on him, he can come back. You sacrifice another artifact or creature, 1 black and 3, return Grafted Butchers from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. Really cool stuff there. What's worth sacrificing? Maybe Armored Scrap Gorger in the late game if you need him out, because getting that +1/+1 and Menace, especially when you have a full board out, can absolutely lead to a swing victory that they're not expecting. Armored Scriptgurger. Part of the reason that we want green in this is for the ramp. The ramp and the possible protection that we run. Just being able to outplay our opponent, especially with high value black cards that are in 4 and 5, getting them out early and making them either play removal or have to deal with these big boys on the board very quickly is just effective. So we have this Phyrexian Beast, 1 green and 1, 0/3, +3 as long as it has 3 or more oil counters, and we get to add 1 mana of any color. Whenever Armored Scriptgurger becomes tapped, exile target card from a graveyard and put an oil counter on it, which is really, really good. It oils up, it destroys cards in the graveyard, which I cannot tell you how useful that is, generally speaking, because a lot of times they're running Atraxa Resurrection. You gotta be able to pop them out. We're gonna go with 2 Fight Riggings on here. I feel like Fight Rigging is just never losing its value. I don't think we need all of them. If you don't like Fight Rigging, you don't have to put it in, but I just like it for that extra hideaway. It lets you get a bonus card out, especially in the middle to late game when you start dropping these 4/4s. When you start drop Phyrexian Obliterator, Archfiend, or Vorinclex or something like that, it's just basically going to keep power enhancing a lot of stuff, especially when you're running Trample, Flying, or Menace. We have a lot of ways to get around things, so it kind of just kind of ups the power. Of course, we're going to go with Archfiend of the Dross right there. Very cool stuff. 2 black, and 2 6/6 flying Phyrexian Demon. Yes, he has tentacles and wings made out of tentacles and bleeding skin. You love it. You love to see it. Enters the battlefield with 4 oil counters. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove an oil counter. Then, if it has no oil counters, you lose the game. It's never happened to me, not one time. Whenever creature an opponent you control, when an opponent control dies, its control loses 2 life. When you're swinging in with a big attack, you can win off just their blockers, killing their blockers. And it's also a big protection against board wipes in the middle to late game. If they're running big board wipes, they can blow themselves up by accidentally destroying too much of the board. Again, if you are running out of oil on this, it's somehow a 6/6 flying creature that causes life loss when anybody dies, is still not winning you the game. You either A, we're not going to win the game, or B, need to be able to kill it with yourself. So I hit it with Go for the Throat on itself if you want, like if you need to get rid of it. I've never lost from that loss of oil. If you want to put another oily card in there and like the mana, sure. Sheoldred the Apocalypse. We're going to 4 Sheoldred the Apocalypse because of those lovely 4 drops there. 2 black and 2 4/5 Death Touch Phyrexian Praetor. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. Again, life loss, life drain, it's inevitable. You know you got to flop that Sheoldred on the table occasionally. She is unbelievably powerful. There is a reason that she's like $100 in paper. Amazing card, and just puts the damage down, combining with a Archfiend. Losing life, losing a creature 2, drawing a card 2, they just don't have any options. Of course, we have this ridiculous Phyrexian Obliterator. Looks like the freaking Xenomorph. 4 black, 5/5 trample. Whenever a source deals damage to Phyrexian Obliterator, that source's controller sacrifice that many permanents. Dangerous, guys. Absolutely dangerous. This is obviously a huge threat. If they are running mono red, they are basically doomed. This can spell doom for anybody who doesn't have direct removal, that doesn't rely on direct damage. If you don't have just immediately kill or exile, this is going to have a bad day. Because if we run it with Bushwhack, we make somebody fight somebody else, and all of a sudden they have to sacrifice 5 or 6 of their creatures or something like that, even up to their mana, because it's just permanents. You can lose mana from this one. It obliterates. Absolutely dangerous right there. Then we're going to go with this high-end Sheoldred right here. 2 black and 3 4/5 Phyrexian Praetor Menace. When Sheoldred enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature or a planeswalker. Another way to get rid of a planeswalker if they don't have any creatures left. Then, of course, we have the True Scriptures on her. For each opponent, destroy up to 1 target creature planeswalker. Then we can discard, force them to discard, then mill. Then we get all the graveyards back onto the battlefield. Then we exile and flip it again. So unbelievably powerful for the True Scriptures on the high end there. But even so, a 4/5 that forces a sacrifice when it hits in, unbelievably good. And if we're running Golgari, well, I mean, why not invite the other Golgari Praetor into this and run Vorinclex? Yeah, he's doing it too. I like the old Vorinclex too. The what's the one? The Kaldheim Vorinclex was really good. This one is very good as well. I mean, a 6/6 trample and reach for only 5. We're already talking about big value, right there. The fact that he gives you 2 forest cards to put into your hand and put them down is unbelievably good as well. Then he has one of the Sheoldred causes they have to have 8 or more cards in their graveyard. So you also want to do this. You want to watch your Armored Scrap Gorger eating up cards if you want to hit Sheoldred. But Vorinclex, all that you need to do is pay the high mana cost. It's 8. So with all that being said, 8 is all you need to do to flip it. Guess what Grand Evolution does? Mill 10 cards, put up to 2 creature cards from among the milled cards onto the battlefield. So mill 10 cards, and then you get 2 of them out there. Distribute 7 1/1 counters amongst any number of creatures you control. Then, of course, until the end of turn, creatures you control gain. This creature fights a creature you don't control. That is the Grand Evolution. Everybody fights for the survival of the fittest right there under Vorinclex's reign. So even if you run out of fight cards, if you have Phyrexian Obliterator, you might get them out immediately from the mill and put them out for free. Then, of course, on the third act of the saga right there, the Grand Evolution, you can just have everybody fight everyone else, and it just becomes apocalyptic, I guess. Yeah, like Sheoldred the Apocalypse. So really, really effective stuff there. Early removal, ramp to really, really solid mid-range stuff, really, really punishing things. Obviously, control can control us out, but once we get started rolling on this, if we have a little bit of rolling thunder on this, if we really start moving, it usually doesn't stop. It usually doesn't stop. 11 swamps, 4 forests. We don't have that many forests. We're mostly focusing on swampy swamps. And of course, 4 Deathcap Glaives, 4 Llanowar Forests, Llanowar Wastes, and 1 Xeotaurs. Do you want the legendaries in there? Sure. I always forget to put them in. We can put the legendary lands in there. You can put a Boseiji, you can put a Takenuma, but we do want some basic lands in there so that we can hit off Vorinclex and some of the other ones, and Bushwhack and stuff like that. So you do want some normal ones in there, but it's not a bad idea to put those in. What we're looking at here in the Killer Elite is 24 creatures, all Phyrexians. Yes, this is a completely Phyrexian deck. You know I love it. Oh, those crazy machines, they're up to no good. A lot of Praetors, Beast, Demon, Horror, Phyrexian Praetor. Does that pretty much explain what we're doing? Beast, Demon, Horror, 6 instants, 4 sorceries, 2 enchantments, 24 lands altogether. We have our lovely Golgari backs on here and our silly little Boogie Mite. It is a standard deck, and what are we looking at on this side view right here? 1 to 5, simple as. A little bit of removal, a little bit of extra removal for you, or modifications of what you want to be for removal. That is perfectly acceptable. If you think that there maybe should be some other modifications or anything like that, I think probably Destroy Enchantment is probably the only other optional card that I would maybe think about doing. Where's that one? What is it called again? No, not that one. Destroy Enchantment. Rend or something says Rend. I can't remember what it's called. Rip Apart. I think I can't remember. Anyways, it destroys enchantments and creatures. I think for a little bit of that kicker on there. So that's a really good card to put in there. I can't remember what the hell is it. Terra Sunder. There it is. Exile target artifact or enchantment if the spell was kicked. So yeah, Terra Sunder is not a bad one to throw in there either. Sorry, it took me a while to remember it. But yeah, Terra Sunder is not a bad one, especially if you're running into a lot of enchantments. Enchantments always run in the board right now, so Terra Sunder is not a bad one in case you want to throw in for an alternate form of removal as well. That's what we're looking at right there in Horizontal Gang for you. Let's save and exit. We're going to get into it. We're going to push up Plat. We went backwards on Plat a lot just because I was trying out a lot of different things. I don't really care about rank. I go up, I go down, but we'll push on this one. We're absolutely killing. 81% win rate right now. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Make sure to like. Here we go. FC Slayer, Sathargo, Cookies, Trex, the usual gag of idiots, as they say on, what's that show that they say that on Mad Magazine? Welcome, everybody. You fucking what, mate? Oh, Rastlid. Wrestlin's a pretty powerful sorcerer, if I remember correctly. Or wizard, if you prefer. Wizard, if you prefer. So what's up with... tell me about Quintorius. I saw your... I was asleep, but... What's up with Quintorius, man? Tell me all about it. What's the deal? What's the deal with Quintorius? He's not Quinn. He's not Quintorius. I can understand a Jeskai because there's like more spirits. But like, what's Bulbous Skull Bowler? Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see if we can get the kill card out of his hand. Sheldrissy. I don't know why he would play that right now. Let's draw. He hits me with the Sheldred. I think I gotta hit him with the Obliterussi here. Okay. Throw one right back at him. Snap back to reality. Up it goes gravity. Up it goes gravity. Up. Rid of that. Swing in. Get. Very nice. Alright. Two more years of Sheldred. How about that, guys? How about the big news? I'm bearing the lead here. Guess what, boys? Can you guess what? Standard is forever, man. I hope you like Bankbuster. I hope you like whatever that other card is called. Kiki Jiki. They're here to stay. Forever, man. Forever. Mar Tomeki. Emperor Sar. Invoke Despair, yeah. Invoke Despair gang. Where you at, Invoke Despair gang? Invoke Despair gang, rise up. Rastlin did not have what it took right there. Vote for Kamigawa 2024. Yeah, man, we got another year of Kamigawa and Vampire. No change coming, man. I don't know how this is supposed to revitalize Standard. It remains unclear as to what the strategy behind that is. I don't really get it. I read through it and I just, there seems to be some sort of disconnect from one to the other. I'm honestly confused. I genuinely don't know what one has to do with the other. That I don't think the problem with standard was too short, in my opinion. For whatever reason, I just don't feel like that was it. Ninjutsu and Night Jitsu. Instructions unclear. Standard is now Eternal format. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of how I felt. Numbskull put up that one meme that was like, please ban Kiki Jiki, please ban Reflections of the Mirror Breaker, and it's Wizards going, best I can do is make it a standard for another year. How's that? Is that better? What if we do that? It's probably got a direct removal. Told you. We put down Dross. Destroy target non-land. Oh, there we go. Okay. Take action. We'll take a black land. Lamab. Oof. Wandering Emperor. What is he gonna do? He's gonna make a samurai? Huh. Alright, let's do that. I took 3 damage. He's gonna lose 2 life. He has to sacrifice 3 things. He has to sacrifice the 3 things that matter most to him. Ooh, lose 2 more life. In. There you go. Yeah, I generally... it was like... I genuinely just did not understand the philosophy behind it. They're like, well, due to the unpopular yeah, he was not happy. He was pretty much boned. I mean, no matter what, he was kind of done. It's like if McDonald's was like, well, people aren't buying enough cheeseburgers, so cheeseburgers will now be available to buy during breakfast. And it's like, well, that's not what the problem is. I realize you have a different menu for breakfast. If people are going there for something else, the issue is you need to make the cheeseburgers taste better, not make them more readily available. It has no logical connection from one to the other, I don't think. I think the idea is that they're saying it's too expensive. That's the only thing that I can think of, is that they're saying, oh, it's too expensive, so people need to be able to use their cards more. Like, you don't want your cards to rotate out faster. But that still doesn't make a lot of sense, because they still rotate out. I don't think that's going to entice people back to standard. Effectively built over time. What does that mean? Less mid-range? That's the opposite of the problem. But they never double down on mechanics anyways. There were no day-night cycle cards coming out. They did day-night for one set, and then they abandoned it. I don't understand that. Maybe it'll work. I don't know, but I genuinely don't know. Maybe it'll work. Who really knows? This dude is doing mono white lockout. They don't want to structure it that way anymore. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they either need to expand the standard ban list, or if we don't expand the standard ban list, what they need to do is bring back the restricted list, because that's pretty cool. No attacks and turn. Okay. I believe at one point we had a restricted list in Magic. Yes. We had a restricted list, and I think it would probably be, it would behoove us to bring it back. If you could only put one card, I feel like that would work, honestly. If they're like, you can only put this one card in your deck. Like, you can only have one Invoke Despair. You can only have one, whatever. I feel like we'd be in better shape. Yeah, I feel like a restricted list is not a bad idea, honestly. I feel like it's not the worst idea. It cools off format warping. It cools off a lot of format warpers. You know, these real heavy format warping cards that have a center of gravity that just throw everything out the window, you really kind of cool them off. Well, I mean, that's the problem. You got to get R&D on board with not printing horribly unbalanced cards anymore, you know? That's going to be the real trick. Extended? You mean Pioneer? I mean, that's also the question. At what point does it just become Pioneer? That just was a weird announcement. Like, they just were like, yeah, Standard is big now. Standard's real fucking thick. Standard thick as fuck right now, my bros. So, yeah, just be ready for that. Just be ready for thick boy Standard, you know what I mean? Just be ready. My man has gotten lucky with these removals, bro. 2 ossifications, soul partition, and lay down arms. He's gotten lucky with these removals, my dudes. Coming in. Block that. Elspeth Smite, 3 damage. Let's say green here. Oof. My man has had clutch removals right here. And it's more mana. How much mana have I got out here? In 20 cards, I've gotten out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 mana out in 20 cards. I've done a 50% mana draw rate. For those interested, that's what I've hit. GG. Megarodon. Type 2, and then Type 1.5, and then Type 1. So, yeah, hard to... Oh, yeah, I had a land and yard, I think. Yeah, I did. I cycled one, I think. Yeah, I can't do 11. I can't do over 50% mana. I can't win a game like that. Especially when he drew, I believe it was 5 removal, and I only drew 10 cards out of all the mana. Just the math there is not going to add up. It's not going to add up. I don't have enough resistance for that. I go first. I'll take that. Because I can drop their graft. I think that's the first loss that this deck has taken, by the way. So, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Alright. Snap back to reality. Oh, it goes gravity up. It goes gravity up. Let's do that. Shieldrussi. Push. Let's see if he wants to lose it. Hell yeah. There you go. Will they ever try to remake the rules for this? No. The one thing about Magic is that you don't ever need to remake the rules because the cards just modify what the rules say. So that's kind of the genius behind it. As long as the core rules are... It's very rare that a core rule change comes along because you can just say this card does XYZ, you know? Boof. Boof. I did it all for the Shieldrussi. I did it all for the Drussy. Come on, the Drussy, come on. So you can take that cookie. Is he gonna lose the Gorgissi? No, he's not gonna lose the Gorger. Alright. Boof. Numbskull is coming in. We still get, I mean, blue always has cards that are like fucking 10 things long. The numbest of skulls. The cruelty of Gix. Put target creature card from why that out of all things? Oh, he said no thank you. Yeah, I'm running Golgari Phyrexian, which means that I can't have nothing but a good time. I'm just thinking about all this, I'm just so excited about another year of Invoke Despair, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jellybean? Frosty, 31 flavors. How you doing, bro? Mega Rodon. That Invocussy will live on. Oh, that's not... I go first, but there's... The Scrap Gorger is... I'll keep it. Fuck it. Golgari is quickly becoming my favorite, too. Welcome, first time streamer. Golgari is quickly becoming my favorite shit, too. IXLR888. There's the Demussi. That's Demir. Let's do that. I do like to play my Grafted Butchers early. They do like to they do draw fire. They do draw the kill cards, which I rather like. Invasion of Amonkhet. Let's get rid of the extra Butchersy. And let's do the Sheldrussy. Am I saying it too much? I'm saying it too much, guys. Amonkhet, Invasion of Amonkhet, really fucking powerful, by the way. Shadows of Change, awesome name. Oh yeah, I love the edgy name. I'm Shadows of Change. Pop. I'm gonna hold on to this big girl Sheldred until he pops something down. By the way, guys, if you're not on my YouTube channel, you're missing out. Did you know that even Numbskull himself is on my YouTube channel? That's how many cool people are there. We even have the numbest of skulls on there. That's how cool it is. Let's get rid of Phyrexian Gorger. We don't want that coming back. Bop, bop. It's not like he's going to hit Invasion of Fiora, so I'm pretty sure he's boned here. You missed it earlier, Numbskull. I top decked the shit. He had two. He kept hitting me with removal. He kept surviving. He had 2 life left. He had all his mana tapped. 2 life left. It became my turn. I top decked the Sheldred and put her down, and he immediately angry scooped. Because no matter, he was throwing everything he could at me and surviving, and Sheldred just flopped that big black body on the table and was just like, nah, fam. Nah. Fam. It ain't gonna be like that, bro. Nah. He immediately scared. He didn't even get to his turn to let him draw the card to kill him. He saw it hit and he was just like, that was a pretty good top deck. Sometimes you gotta flop your Sheldred out on the table. You know what I mean? You just gotta flop it on the table. Alright, that's gonna cause you to lose 2 life and then lose the game. There you go. Okay, fantastic. There's the Obliterator, and then we hit. Hey, well, thank you for coming by, Frosty. Your name makes me want to go to an icy store and mix all the ices together. It sounds delicious. El Delicioso. The evil guy mustache. I do have more facial hair in real life. I do have if you notice on my VTuber here, I do have a thin bad guy beard. You can look at that. So I decided to go with a more classy vampiric look, you know. Dun dun dun. Oh, you guys got locked out on ads? Yeah. It just so happens there's actually a way to get rid of ads while watching Twitch. There actually is a way to do it. Not a lot of people know about it, though. At least it's food ads, yeah. Ooh, discard 2 cards. Wow. That is quite aggressive there, yeah. Okay. Don't have the currency. That's a unique way of putting it, Shadows. What a specific way of putting it. Currency. Shakedown heavy. Let's put down Archfiend. Maddie Phantom, how you doing, bro? All on Mom and Shadows under Innistrad. I did spend a little on Shadows over Innistrad. That was probably one of my favorite sets from way back. Maddie Phantom coming in with the subscribe. Sacrifice a creature. Let's lose that one. Boof, boof, boof. Let's decline. We'll take the hit. Whatever. Alright, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's swing that in. Boof. Let's go ahead and say target creature you control fights creature you don't. Finish with that one. Wabango, you gotta sacrifice 6 things, which is your entire board. Yeah. 2. Yeah, I thought so, Copper Blue. Maddie Phantom has a little palm tree by his name. How was TwitchCon last year? Was it good? They keep trying to get me to go. They keep sending me like, "Come on, be a creator at TwitchCon." I'm like, I'm not going to wherever that is. I'm not going, guys. First of all, I'm not big enough. They sent me a bunch of emails about it. The thing is like what people don't realize is when you are a certain size, that's like 1% of all Twitch content. That's the crazy thing that they don't tell you, is that like one more year of islands, I know. Because, like, I think something like 0.01% of all Twitch content is like probably 20 streamers just get tens of thousands of views. But 1% gets pretty much all of them, so. Alright, that's a good hit there. Yo ho, Paradabo. Paradabo, we're just talking about you ready for that extra bonus standard, man. What you on about, bro? How do you feel about that extra standard? So much standard you can hardly help it. Gix. Okay. It's gonna swarm me in here. Pop, pop, pop. Alright. Draw. No, no. No. Oh, there's more mana right there. Fantastic. Alright. No attacks. End turn. Bonus standard. That's 100% true. Bonus standard. Damn, my dude loaded up right here, bro. My dude fucking doubled down. He got the double dissy right here, man. GG. I got a little screw. What's with the flooding in this deck? 12 cards. 12 cards and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's too much, man. Oh my god, Cookies, you have to panic. I just realized that. They did bonus standard. Not only did they do a bonus set, they did bonus standard. Oh my god, FC Slayer laid. Oh my god. The panic level's off the chart right now. Oh my god, Becky. Look at that panic. Doom 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 doom. It is a really good emote. Boogeyman, 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 yeah, well, I know your username on whatchamacallit is Panic, which is apropos, as they say. He's got the ossification right there. Let's put down that. No attacks. Listen, man. And more of them quit. More room for me. I'm never gonna quit this. Ever. Oh my goodness, this guy has got a really unique deck out here. This guy has a really, really unique deck. It's called, I think you guys may know about this one. It's called Azorius, no, I'm sorry. It's called Selesnya Enchantment. Yeah, I really don't know. Zavarit's, of course, being pro tour level, I can't imagine you're happy about it either. Like I said, it was very unclear as to who this was for. Like who was asking for this. It's a very strange. It's a very strange target creature you control fights creature you don't. It's a very strange thing that they did. It's a very strange thing that they did. I don't know if anybody was complaining about that. That's the thing. I don't know if that was anybody's complaint. Was that anyone's complaint that they weren't getting enough? I feel like a restricted list, where we were just talking about, and I said it, and I said I feel like a restricted list was the smarter choice here. You give me a restricted list, we're gonna be okay. Please don't have a lockout. Oh, don't have a lockout, man. He's got a lockout in his hand. I know he does. No, he doesn't. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, let's do. We do that. Let's do that. We need more bans or bigger restricted lists, but damn. This is a big weird thing that they announced. Exile. Boom. It returns. Oh, it gave it fresh oil counters on it too. I'm glad. Alright, I think he's boned here. He's boned. Yeah, he's screwed. He's screwed. The only thing I can save him is a farewell. Yeah, the only thing I can save him is a farewell. I genuinely don't know what the idea was. Man, people aren't playing standard. Let's make standard bigger. Yeah, oh, nope, you don't want to, yeah, you're in bad shape there, bud. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking with that one. All right. Well, we'll never really know what, I don't think we can ever really understand what, Selesnya Enchantment players are playing. You know what that means? Another year of Selesnya Enchantment being OP as fuck. That's what that means too. Yeah, I think that's more. I think that's been the reaction from everyone. Basically, is everyone's like, "What, Luna? Luna, whenever you come in yelling my name, I feel like you're running into the room out of breath. Jay, like you couldn't find me all day, and you're like bursting into the room. Jay, Jay, hey, what's up? What's up, Luna? Big shout out to Luna Nix. So, Luna, I had a big one more year of the Mirror Cracker. Yeah. I had a big moment today in 7-Eleven. They did have ketchup chips in the 7-Eleven. They didn't have all dressed. They did have ketchup, though. No, they did not. Well, that wasn't today. That was like 2 days ago when I got gas. I prefer the all dressed. Believe it or not. Oof. Let me do that one. Yeah, it sounds terrible. I realize everyone's first reaction is like, this sounds like the worst thing ever. But no, they're very good. My good, Luna coming in here with the high energy right now. Yeah, Simic will be back. Simic will be back. They'll be like, Simic is back. The Simic Combine, after the invasion, they moved to Eldraine. They're here now. So everybody needs to watch out for that. And Occult is out of there. Yeah, it's just dry fries with dry ketchup on them. Yeah. Uh, 81% win rate right now. If you want to take a look here, boys. That's the 81, 9-2. So, you know, there's that. Put it up on the screen for you right there. 81%. Oh no, I'm sorry, 79% win rate. Apologies, it just updated. So that's pretty good when you think about it. We're gonna leave it right there for tonight, folks. I think I made my point. The Mountain Dew Code Red Slurpee. You're gonna make me want to go to freaking 7-Eleven right now. Okay, so you guys gotta stop this, right? You're gonna have to stop this, all right? Anyways, this is the All-Star Killers right here. I mean, I knew this deck was gonna be killer because it's just All-Star Killers right here, man. It's nothing but aces. It's just a deck full of aces and kings. And queens. So until next time, guys, I've been Jay Villain, and you've been great. Bye-bye.